Hi, this is Katie and I'm going to demonstrate how to do the 1x4 left and right crosses in my Garrity Cowl pattern. So what I've done here is made a little swatch in the round, so pay no mind to this little bit going in the back. That helps me do the swatch in the round as you'll be doing in the pattern itself. So I've already done the first row where these 5 stitches are just knit across. And I'm going to demonstrate the left crosses here and the right crosses here. So obviously that's not how you're doing it in pattern. You'll do 8 rounds with just the left and then 8 rounds with just the right, but I'm going to show them both at once. So first, I am going to purl these 3 stitches. Sorry, this is a little awkward. Now I am to my first elongated stitch. Call them triple wrapped stitches in the pattern. So what I'm going to do is put my needle in as if to knit and wrap my needle 3 times total. See that? 3 wraps. It's not an increase. I'm just making one big loop. I'm going to knit the next 4 stitches. Sorry. Then I have 3 stitches to purl. And I'm in my next column. This one I am going to do a right cross. Here the elongated stitch is this last one, the 5th stitch of these 5 knit stitches. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm not a continental knitter, but I'll try to demonstrate how you would do the triple wrap as a continental knitter. So, pick it up here. So, your needle goes in as if to knit, and you're just going to want to make sure, oops, sorry, that you get those triple wraps in. Here we go. Pull that through. Awkward, I told you I'm not a continental knitter. Okay. So then I'm going to purl these last 3 stitches. That is setting the base for your first elongated stitch. The reason you triple wrap is because that one stitch has to cross across 4 other stitches. It's a 1x4 left or right cross. So moving my work back to here. This next row, I'm going to slip those elongated stitches. They're just slipped. I'm going to let all those other wraps come out. It's one big loosey-goosey stitch. It looks odd now, but it will not after you've crossed it. Move my work forward. So I slipped 1, knit 4. Do my purls. Now I'm going to knit 4, slip 1. See, here's my triple wrap stitch. I'm just going to let off all those extra wraps and slip it as 1. And do my purls. Okay, this next bit is where it gets a little tricky. These are the purple color-coded stitches in your pattern where you're doing the cross, but you're also creating an elongated stitch within that. And it sounds weird at first, but I promise after you do it a few times it will become more intuitive. So I'm just moving, apologies, moving my yarn back to the front of the row. So first is my left cross. Okay, I'll go through this very slowly. What I'm going to do is first just drop my elongated stitch completely off the needle. It's not going to go anywhere. This next stitch, because this is even though it doesn't seem like it, it's a cable. And in cables, you reorder the stitches. The second stitch is now going to become the first of that 5. And I am going to triple wrap it and knit. Then I knit the next 3. Then I pick up that stitch, and you want to make sure you're not twisting it. Make sure it's open at the base, and I knit it. And you can start to see there the beginnings of the stitch pattern. Now let's try a right cross. Okay, so here my elongated stitch is over here. This one takes a little more effort, but it gets easier with practice. What I do is I first slip my 4 knit stitches off the needle from left to right. Drop this, put these back. Now the first thing I'm going to do is pick this up, put it back on, and knit it. I've done my 1/4 right cross. I'm going to knit the next 3 stitches. And now this stitch, which had been the 4th, is now the 5th. It becomes the next elongated stitch. 2, 3. So you can see I've gone both to the left and then to the right. Oops. Now the next row, the elongated stitches again are simply slipped. For the left cross, I'm going to knit 4, slip 1. For the right cross, I'm going to, wait a second, other way around. For the left cross, I'm going to slip 1, knit 4, then knit 4, slip 1. Sorry, I've got my camera in front of me. Makes this a little difficult. Okay. I'll finish this row and I'll do one more where I work the cable crosses with elongated stitches. So here is my triple wrap stitch, just slipped. Slipped purlwise, no knitting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knit the next 4 stitches. Here's my 3 purls. Next, I'm going to knit 4. And again, this is for my right cross. Here's my triple wrap stitch, slip as if to knit, right off the needle. It's loose that first time, but it tightens up when you cross it. Okay, so now we are back again to working the cables where you make new elongated stitches. And pay attention in the pattern, it's only the purple coated stitches where you're making a new elongated stitch. Right, the very last one that you're going to do that is not purple coated, you aren't making a new stitch because you're moving from left crosses to right crosses, so you don't need that there. So anyways, okay, here's my 1 by 1 left cross making a new elongated stitch. I'm going to drop this off. It's not going to go anywhere. And knit the next, oops, actually I'm not knitting that one. This is my new elongated stitch. 1, 2, 3, triple wrapped. Sorry, you can see that, triple wrapped. And then the next 3. Bring my needle back here. Where'd you go? up my elongated stitch. You see that? And bring it across. Bear in mind too that this stitch pattern will even up and relax when it's blocked. But you can see you have those first two right there. Okay, now here's my right cross. Again, this one has a little more to maneuver, but what I do, take those first 4 stitches off, move them from left needle to right needle, drop off my elongated stitch. Just leave it down there. Unless you're using an especially slippery yarn, it's not going to go anywhere. Move these 4 back. Okay, picking this up, making sure it's not twisted at the base. Put it back on the left needle. I'm going to knit it. Knit the next 3 stitches. And my last stitch here, I need a new elongated one. Here it is. You can see here as well, I have those 2 crosses. So it's the 3rd cross I'm going to make. I don't need to make a new elongated stitch. I would cross over the one that I just made here, but I don't need to make a new one. And you'll see that in the pattern. So I'm going to finish this row, and that's it. I hope this has helped. I apologize, it's not the highest quality video. But I hope this gives you a sense of the pattern and what you're trying to accomplish. Thank you for purchasing my Garrity Cowl pattern, and I hope you enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing your finished objects. Thank you so much.